Hey, good evening, everybody. This is Doc. This is our second live CO brief. So, as you were following the planning page, you saw that we got the um, information for our starting missions. And again, I posted that live video and I wasn't really taking it out on the event organizers. Um, but like I said, it's kind of asked that we got it late, but we got it. So, we're going to go over it here. We're going to give everybody a couple minutes to join in. Um, Let me check my YouTube feed. I see I got one viewer showing up here, which is awesome. Um, so I'm going to go ahead, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to mute myself, because if I don't, I get feedback through I hear myself talking through the video feed. Um, all right, guys, we got two. Hopefully more will come on. And again, people, as they get on, I'll post this link for this video on our planning page. So what I'm going to do here is let me bring over, because I want to share this. So all the information they gave me for our missions, I put it in a Word document. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to format it better, fix the spelling errors, and then I'll get it out as well. Please print a copy of this along with your map so you have it. I'm sure we're going to get more fragos as the day goes on. So the first thing I want to tell you guys before I share this information is we need to get as much ground as possible. Like I told you guys before, the more ground we have, the better. So that is a bonus for us. So let's get as much. When we start off, we gotta haul ass, get as much as we can, as soon as we can, hold it, lock it down, so we've got it. But that's where we're gonna go. So first things first, let me go ahead and I'm gonna share my screen here so you guys can kind of read along. I do apologize if you can't really see it, but I will, like I said, I will post this information, this document, up on our planning page. So the first thing is, they just kind of go, our first objectives are gain ground. So like I told you guys, gain as much ground as possible. This means capture every and all bases you can. They are worth points based on random time checks. Your troopers cannot respawn at these bases. You must have the flag, which is color-coded green or tan, outside of the ammo box to be counted as points for your side. So I'm guessing there's an ammo can outside maybe the entry points into these buildings. Go ahead and flip that flag over to our side, and we'll get points for it. So it's very important as we take buildings, we establish security quickly but efficiently. Make sure we check everything, make sure we clear everything, and leave a small group behind to maintain it, maybe 2 or 3 people. But as we move closer to that front line, we're able to sorry, I'm checking on the message. We move through and we can get that taken care of. The second objective is to set up our comms. You must find your satellite dish tripod, and a laptop. Green or tan, they are color coded for your side. You must also find a civilian role player who is a communications engineer. Once we have these props stated in the above, they have to come back to our HQ, and that will give us established comms, which allow us to talk to head command, which will be Danny or Snick for that. And we'll start receiving other missions to be passed on to you guys. So also, upon completing of this mission, your side will also gain a precision airstrike with a kill radius of 20 meters. Buildings, bridges, and your mobile respawn, which will be discussed later, are included. They went over a little bit of the mobile respawn, but they didn't go over anything about the precision airstrike with us. But again, they talk about it can, I guess, take out bridges and buildings as well. Let's see. So I guess a lot of it is we need to adapt and overcome. So improvising is a huge thing here. Let's see. We're both going to be given money. We can use this to complete objectives, meaning that you can use it to bribe civilians. You'll have to do this inside. To do this inside intel or info, interact with the civilians is a must. And like I'm telling you guys, everybody should have like 4 or 5, go buy. I mean, this is the perfect time to buy it because there's plenty of Christmas candy left out and they're selling it really cheap. Is buy some Christmas candy, maybe break it down into little Ziploc bags, carry like 10 of them, each guy in your group carry 10 of them and throw them in your bag. So that way, You can bribe them. You can come up with one, maybe have a couple extra bottles of water on you. I know it's extra weight, but this is something you're able to give to them to bribe them. Okay, so we want to treat these civilians as nice as possible so they'll work for us. So that is a must. Win hearts and minds. So this is he kind of threw it at me, stating that I was deployed over in Iraq and I know how to interact with civilians, but being harsh to them, we don't want to do that. Being suspicious, kind of when you see a civilian, what I expect you to do is pull up your map and call back to me and say, hey, command, we saw 3 civilians at this grid coordinate. Okay, you got 3 civvies at that grid at this time. And that way other units know about it as well, and we can track movement. That'll be one thing that'll be important. If we notice they're getting close to something, maybe come up, get in front of them, spoof them off their game. I guess these guys are professional, quote unquote, role players. So we want to spoof them off their game. If we notice they're just kind of sitting back, weapons down, just kind of walk toward them, maybe keep a couple guys back so they can provide security. If they're maybe trying to lure you into an ambush, I'd rather lose 2 guys than 5 guys, that kind of thing. So just be ready for that. The option of the mobile respawn is we can place this anywhere on the field. So if you guys really are pushing up and you are just doing one hell of a job keeping them back and keeping them pushed up, what we'll do is we'll move the mobile respawn and set it about 20 to 50 yards behind your guys' front lines. So that way you can respawn and get back out. However, if this gets destroyed, okay, I asked him, I said, what happens if this gets destroyed? If it gets if it gets destroyed, either an airstrike, an enemy can blow it up with their demo kit, or an enemy can escort a civilian engineer to take it down. So we want to make sure that maybe we figure out having 1 or 2 people that are just kind of dug in, hidden, and are watching our mobile respawn for anybody that might be trying to get close to it. Again, like I said, remember, we can make 5 guys sound like 10. We can make 2 guys sound like 5. So we'll want to have people that are watching that all the time if it's out of our HQ. If we lose the respawn, we lose all communications with command, we lose missions, and then we stop earning extra points. And then the way you can fix it is you bring it back to the HQ and have the civilian engineer fix it, or you can secure the area again and have your civilian engineer escort it back to your location and fix it there. So say it gets destroyed, we push them back, we get our civilian engineer, we escort them up, they fix it, and then they pull back. This is really all the information that I have at this time that they gave me. It does suck. It's not a lot of information. Oh, wow, you guys just came on at a blast. The forward, okay, so here's a bit. The forward outpost, if you're going to set one up, that's fine. However, you can't dig in. You can't set up a campsite with supplies and stuff like that. You cannot do that. You are not allowed to camp on the field. So if you want to set up maybe a forward observation post, that's fine. But again, we have to look at what we have for available troops. I mean, last time I checked, we only had 20-something players on our side. So we got to look at that. Let's see here. I'm a bit behind in the stream, so I'm going to go ahead and ask about carrying loose ammo and a speed loader to reload mids. It has to be back at your base that we control so you guys can reload it. I don't think there's an issue with using a e-tool if you're trying to dig something in for you guys to lane a little better. But remember this, you don't have, when the game starts, it's not like you're getting out ahead of the enemy. The enemy is not in position for another 2 days and you're out there. So there's not a whole lot of time for you guys to dig anything or set anything up. So our primary goal is going to be to gain as much ground as we possibly can. Yes, green team is Russia. Oops, sorry. I'm just going through here, reading some of the comments here. M81 is Woodland, so you should be perfectly fine. Some of us have Ruski and Comblock camo to use. Reload any base that is under green control. You can just duck behind a tree and reload. So, okay, according to Danny, you can reload at any base or hide behind any tree, I guess, and reload there. So that hopefully that'll answer your questions. But according to what I have for mission specs, that's all I have at this time, guys. So that is, you know, just what I have going on and what information. How about anti-material rifles? Okay, so now that you cleared that up, because it was a little confusing for what you wrote, you can just duck behind a tree and reload. It has to be at a base that we control, and then you can reload. So if we control 4 or 5 different bases and you need to reload, you can reload at those bases. Anti-material rifles. What? I guess I'm kind of lost on that one. I mean, are you guys talking about like a grenade launcher? Like a Barrett. So are we okay? So like a sniper rifle. that's what I'm trying to figure out. Anti-material rifle. I'm guessing that's something that could take out a tank. Danny, I'll let you answer that one just because I'm a little lost on that. I mean, if it's like a Barrett, so I'm guessing a sniper rifle. No, not anti-tank. So it's a sniper rifle. Is that what I'm getting? Goes against lightly armored. I don't know, Danny. Are there armored vehicles out there? So you're talking a 50, something like a 50 cal, but it's shooting a 6 mil BB. I don't think it'll fit within the realm of what's an anti-armor weapon. Okay, so there's no armor in this game. So I guess having that, I mean, unless you're shooting it at enemy forces, I wouldn't see an issue with it depending on where it chronos at and what classification it falls into. But there's no vehicles or armor in this game, so it would be kind of, I guess, pointless to lug that around unless you're going to use it as a anti-personnel weapon. I don't know, Danny. When it comes to the ammo thing, I don't have a problem if you carry it on you. Just remember, you can't reload unless you're at one of the bases we control. You know, so I don't know. I've gone through the rules a couple times. There, right there. Thank you, Danny. That's where I was going. I appreciate that. So, like Danny just stated, you know, make sure you can carry your ammo with you, but make sure you have it. And you know, it's in your pouch, it's back in your pack, but don't go for it until you're back at one of the bases you control. So that makes perfect sense. I like that a lot better. It's no different than in a real war. You know, if you run out of ammo, you either are waiting for that supply drop or you have to make your way back somewhere to get ammo or scavenge ammo. So, all right, good. Okay, so you're going to be using multiple weapons and you want to set up a forward outpost. You know, I don't have a problem with it, but like I said again, our primary mission to begin with is to try to take as much ground as possible before we set up anywhere. You know, as your CO, I'm going to be in the back, obviously in HQ. However, I'll probably move up every now and then if I have a security force that can stay with me. So no, you cannot put cots out there. I think Danny's going to agree with me on this as well, that there is no cots that can be set out there. Yep, I think that's a great point right there, Danny. I think that makes perfect sense. Yeah, you might be able to lug three weapons around. I mean, I can carry my AK, my M28, you know, and my sidearm with me, and doesn't mean I'm gonna lug both my long rifle and my AK and set them up somewhere. I would just here's my recommendation in all of this. What I recommend is you know, keep your extra weapons back at base at HQ. You know, you come back to respawn or something, and you turn around, and if you want to switch out weapons at that point, you switch out weapons. That's the only thing I can recommend for you. So. Do we have any other questions? I mean, we have, yeah, the HQs can't be captured, so there's no enemy that's going to be around. I mean, if you want to take the time to dig, I'm not going to stop you. I just think it takes our minds. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say you don't know what you're doing, but I don't think you understand how fast paced this is going to be. Our primary mission is to take as much ground as possible in the beginning. So, I mean, if you think you have the time and the area and the security set up around you to flatten stuff out or dig stuff, then have at it. But if I call you on the radio in your squad and say I need to relocate you somewhere else, then, you know, fold up the E-tool, put it back in its pouch, and on the way you go. So, one other thing, guys, if you go to Amazon right now, okay. If you go to Amazon right now, if any of you are looking for the programmable radios, the Baofengs, either the 888s or the UV5Rs, you can buy 6 of these. These are the 888s. You can buy 6 of these for, I saw a deal on there for like $68 plus shipping. So that's not bad. You can have them in as little as a week. So you would get them before the event. I mean, we're sitting here, and you know, if you place the order today, you would have them probably mid next week. And if you needed them programmed, I have the code matrix, the frequency matrix, so I can send that to you for the Baofengs. You just need to download the new Chirp program and make sure you have the interface cord to be able to program them. So these are invaluable. Like I said, I have 8 of these, and I just ordered another 5 of the UV5Rs. So they're good radios to have. Oh yeah, I know. Mine are all programmed. You know, that's one thing I can bring. I can bring up my laptop, and if there's a power source, I can plug it in and program your radios. It's not hard if you need them programmed. But like I said to you guys, you can use your desktop or a laptop to program these. So if you order them in time and get them to your house in time, and you need the frequency matrix, just let me know and I'll send it to you. It's the same matrix I posted up for the Baofeng 888s. And these things are amazing. I have I run the hand mics for them, and I have a nice tactical tailor pouch that I run a gear slinger bag, a gunslinger bag. So I just keep mine up on my shoulder, and then I have my mic, and it runs around my neck and over to me. So they're great radios to have. And they're fairly inexpensive, which is the best part of it. Like I said, there's some really great deals out there where you can get, I think there's even a deal out there I saw for 20 of them for $200, which breaks down to $10 a radio, which is pretty impressive. The other thing I'm going to recommend to you guys, Just because I don't know all of the details out there, I don't know Fragos coming in, but I can tell you guys, get yourself a good pocket knife or a Gerber multi-tool. I carry one of those on my gunslinger bag as well. Have it right in front. You know, it's a good tool to have when you're out there playing airsoft, and a good blade is always good. So, and if you don't buy one before you, or pick one up before you come out to the event, Falcon Battle Systems will be selling them. So, just a little shameless plug for me. That's all I have for you guys right now. I am going to do another live CO briefing on the 8th, which is Sunday. Same time, approximately, same bat channel. Danny, is full auto allowed? No, only support weapons. Awesome. Thank you. So no full auto. The only thing that has full auto is support weapons. And please know what your support weapons are. Don't come to this game, or any real milsim for that matter, with an M4 with a Moss mag or a box mag. Just don't. That's not a support weapon. Don't come with an M4 with a scope on it. That's not a DMR. And that's the thing. Make sure you read your classification of weapons. The G36, the MG36 is allowed. You have to have the forestock with the bipod, or the foregrip with the bipod. It has to run. I mean, granted, it can take either. It can run the Moss mag, or it can run on the standard mag as well. And Danny, the model is the MG36. Hang on one second. I want to help you guys out. Don't want to leave you out there hanging. And for all you people, I'm going to go ahead and this is an MG36 right here. It's got the Moss mag. You can see the bipod in it. I mean, here's a better one. This is a single round mag, but the bipod is there. The longer, it has the longer barrel. There are different sight setups for this, but it is the one that has the longer front and the bipod. So that is an MG, and here's another one right here. There's an MG36, and the MG36 can use it can use a standard mag as well, but this is what an MG36 looks like. So I hope that helps a little bit as well. Try to give you guys a little bit. Yeah, the M249 is perfectly fine. The 240 Bravo, the Stoner LMG. What about the Crytek LMG, Danny? Is the Crytek LMG allowed? Because that does, quote unquote, have the title LMG in it, light machine gun. Do not come with a Mark, was it the Mark 28, the M28 or M26 or whatever, M24, that's what it is. That people are trying to, I've had some people for Black Dagger 2 that are trying to be like, oh yeah, that's a sport gun. No, it's not. The Marines don't use it. The Army's not using it. They're still testing it. I know they have a long range version for a DMR. They have the squad. But like Danny just said, the Crytek LMG is allowed, which is good. So let's go down this list. You have the Crytek LMG, you have a 249, you have a 240, you have the MG36, you have the GMP Stoner. You have your RPKs, your PKMs. Those are your Russian AK equivalents, and those can also use your high cap mags. You can only have 2 sniper teams with a sniper and a spotter. All right, guys. For any of you guys wanting to go sniper, or that sniper team role, a sniper and a spotter is a 2-man team, and we're only allowed 2 of them. If you're coming with a long gun and you are not the dedicated sniper, you would then, I believe, fall into that DMR role. So designated marksman is what you would fall into. So that's good to know as well, Danny. Thanks. But like I said, guys, next live CO meeting. Set amount of bandages will be for the medics. Is that correct? Gamer boy, what are you talking about kit wise? I mean, what is your concern? I mean, we have Danny Johnson on here, which is one of the event organizers from TOG. What are you concerned about with your kit? Okay, so each squad is offered is issued 20 bandages. Okay, I'm worried FF will be common. Are you worried that friendly fire will be common? Is that what you mean by FF? Okay, sniper teams will be issued 5. That makes sense. Okay, so here's my spat about when we're talking friendly fire. It is going to be very easy to tell who's on the tan side, and I'm going to tell you right now, everybody on the tan side, a good 90% or more, are all going to be a multicam. So it's very easy to tell. We're all wearing green. Okay, like for me, for your CO, and because of the weather out there, I'm going to be wearing the green jungle tiger stripe is what I'm going to be wearing. The Asian tiger stripe. It's that green and black kit. That's what I'll be wearing. Okay, we'll have regular M81 Woodland. We'll have Marpat. We'll have I'm sure some guys in OD green or Ranger green. I don't really think you're going to have an issue with friendly fire. I think and this is how you tell when we're all standing there on Saturday getting our briefing, everybody should be IDing their team in the uniforms that are on our team. So if you look at me and I'm wearing Asian tiger stripe, which is a green base uniform, and another guy is wearing M81 Woodland and another guy is wearing Marpat, there shouldn't be an issue. You should be able to ID your friend or foe. So, don't get trigger happy. ID your targets. If you're laying in the grass and they don't see you, you have a few precious seconds to ID your target before you light them up. So that's my spiel on friendly fire. Friendly fire happens all the time. So headgear must also be green. In other words, no tan or black hats. That is what is there. I mean, if that's in the rules, that's in the rules. And that's straight from Danny right there. So if you're going to wear a hat, it has to be green. So, like I said, gentlemen, I am going to be holding gear color, doesn't matter, which is good as well. But like I said, I am going to be holding another live CO brief January 8th. It will be the last CO brief that I give before the event. I'm going to kind of go over the gear I'm carrying and what I'll be wearing for my gear set. So that way you guys can kind of ID your CO ahead of time and know what I'm wearing. So that is basically all I have for now. We'll go over the missions again. We'll talk about the map a little bit more. Obviously, we don't know what HQ we're starting at. So the map you'll be looking at from my perspective will have ley lines on them. Or progression lines, so you guys will know what my progression is, where I would like to go, and each line will be named on that grid map. So that way you guys will know exactly. You can radio and say, oh, we're at grid this, we're just just north of ley line or progression line alpha. And That'll be good. A coin will be flipped between the two COs on game day. Hell, I don't even care, Danny. Just pick one and give me one, so I can let my team know which headquarters we're starting out of. But as you say, boys, look at that. I got to flip a coin. For any of you guys that want to meet me, I'll be setting up my vendor area on Friday. I plan on getting there by noon 30-ish. Just because I'm a 4-hour drive, about 4.5-hour drive away from the field in Fayetteville. So I have that day off, so I'll be driving up there. But again, if you guys want to talk to me, through Facebook or anything, please send me a message. Look up Vernon Goss, or send the message right to Falcon Battle Systems, and I'll be able to talk to you guys all day long. Just let me know, or send a message right off the planning page. I believe you guys can message me there. So I look forward to seeing all you guys on the battlefield. Hopefully we'll have more green guys showing up. I believe Team Wolfpack Danny will be showing up for this event, so they're obviously going green, which is awesome. Okay, that's cool. You just see this from Danny right here. He said if we have time, might do a pistol shotty match on Friday night after 8. So any of you guys wanting to get in on that, they will have that going as well. So something to look forward to. But I'm out of here for now, guys. And if you have anything else, please let me know, and I will answer them the best I can. And yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll get the mission information cleaned up, and I will be able to get that. I'll get that information posted. And right here, so registration closes Friday at 8. Oh, it closes at 8 on Friday. So I'm guessing that's on the field. Is that what that's being closed, Danny? And a fellow asked me about mag restrictions. My understanding was that it's either unlimited mids and lows. That is correct on the mags. Yes, unlimited mids or lows, or only 2 high caps. So yeah, so all right, guys, I will talk to you on the 8th. Be sure to join in. Be sure if you have any questions. Yeah, not both. You can't do both. You can't have unlimited mid caps and then. No, you cannot have 2 mid caps and then, or mid caps and then 2 high caps. So, I mean, there is, and Danny, tell me if I'm wrong on this. If somebody runs out of mid caps and they don't want to reload all their mids, can they just grab their 2 high caps that they leave back at HQ and run those? If you're looking for mid caps, hit up Grey Wolf Tactical Combat. Hang on one second. These guys, and let them know you're heading to this event, and they will. Let me pull them up here real quick. I'll give you their Facebook page. And the link to their store is there, and I can actually talk to Paul and Chris and let them know that because they're my main sponsors. They're my main go-to airsoft. That is true. TOG is a great place to learn the MilSim ropes because MilSim West and American MilSim are not very forgiving. And yes, there will be a vendor on site that's going to sell mags and everything like that. I just posted the vendor I use for all my events. So yeah, let's have a great game, guys. It's all about having fun, win, lose, or draw. I got to play with Casper back at the first Broken Arrow, and he's a great guy. So I look forward to running into him again, and I look forward to just having a great game. Charlotte Airsoft, thank you. I thought it was Carolina Airsoft. I don't know why I said that, but so again, guys, why don't you give them a call and find out? I mean, we don't have all the answers. They're vendors. They set their prices, so that might be the best way to go for that. Anyways, guys, this is Doc. I'm going to go ahead and sign off for now. Remember, January 8th will be our last live CO meeting. And then, again, tomorrow I will have the mission information that I got from Danny and Snick. I'll have that information posted up on our planning page. Thanks a lot for you guys stopping and joining. And I look forward to meeting all you guys on the battlefield. Doc out.